Hmm. And first file that is the config.php. Okay. Now, what we required in a database connectivity? Let me explain what we required in a database connectivity. Database. It is our PHP, right? Which is connected to the database. And database is in the PHP MyAdmin. So what you can do with database, a few things are required for the database connectivity. One is the username of the MySQL. You require a password, and third option that is the database itself. That's it. These three things are required, and the least important that is the host. Hmm? That is the local host. We are using local host. Okay. Username is there, password is there, database is there, and local host is there. Host. First, how to create database? Let me tell you. In your if you are running jam, right? Then type localhost slash php my admin. That's it. Okay. Then we need to create database. Our database name is a student DB. Okay. And there is table. Table name is a info. This is your database. This is table, right? TBL table. In the info, you are storing student ID or PRN number. Okay. Then name, and you can store the city, for example. These things are required, you know. Okay. So first step is that to create database. Localhost, delete everything, just hit enter key. So you will find PHP My Admin option in a top navigation bar. Just click on PHP My Admin. Oh, what is the problem? This is a big issue. Okay, now it is running. Okay, now click on database and write down the database name. That is the student DB. I think I have created one database of name student DB. I will write student DB1 and click on create button. Now it will this show me message no tables found in the database. Let us write a name of the table that is the info, right? Student info or info, and with three columns. We require three columns. Okay. In the first column, you are storing PRN number of student ID. You can write PRN if you like. You can add PRN or student ID, name of the student, and city or email or whatever it may be. Let us write a city, or you can write a mobile number. Okay. So we'll write a phone number, for example, phone. Okay. So name, yeah, parent number is in the integer format. Name is in the varchar and phone number in the integer. What is the how many digits are there in a phone number? For a 10. Parent number maybe 6 to 7 integers are there in a phone number, and name can be a 50. Okay, these are the basic setting we need to use to create the attributes of the table. Parent number is the unique in the entire database, so it will be our primary key. Just hit OK, right? And it is auto incremented. So hit a underscore I, that is auto increment. Okay, and let us click on save button. My table has been created successfully. Okay, and you can click on structure. It will display like this. If you want to check your data, you can click on browse button. Okay, so it will display something. So let us enter one value, and you know that you can use SQL query or you can directly use the insert option. Both are same. Okay. But in a SQL, it will generate query for you. For example, let's click on insert button, insert, right? It will create SQL query automatically. If you want to select all the records, click on select. If you want to insert option, insert record, click on insert, update, delete. So this editor will generate query automatically. Okay, so I want to insert data. Okay, so it is showing me. So instead of value 1, let us write something. For example, 1, right? 0, 0. Okay, let us write a 0, 1. 0, 1. Okay, name, for example, Sai, for example, and his phone number is something for 10 digit. Okay, let us enter the first record and click on go button. Right? What you have to do, you have to click on SQL option, then click on query option, right? You can use insert, update, delete, and this query editor will automatically generate query query for you. Okay, then click on go button. It will insert record. Now you want to check. Let us copy this. Okay? It is helpful for us. Let me paste somewhere. If we want to check how many records are available in the table, then click on browse button. So it will display one record, right? One size and his phone number. Okay, great. I hope you understood how to create database, how to create table, and how to insert record. Okay. If you guys are new, let me tell you what we have done so far. We have created database only. Okay, nothing new is there. What you have to do, you have to type localhost, okay, and PHP MyAdmin, okay. Then it will display various options. If you have created your database, you can import it. You want to export your database to your server, you can export it. Okay. You can do parallelly with me. You can tile my window and open your browser. You can do parallelly with me. Okay. Or otherwise, I will share the script, SQL script as well as PHP script in the description of this video, and I will upload this video on YouTube today only. Okay. Click on database and just write a name of the database. Okay. Anything data, any name of the database, and then click on create button. After creation of the database, we need to add some tables. Okay. One of the table is added as the info. Let us add teacher table, teacher table. Okay. And let us click on, uh, just give me 1 minute, create new table here. Write down teacher and how many columns we want. For example, we want only 2 columns, or you can add 3 columns also, doesn't matter. One is a teacher ID, right? TID, and another is the teacher name. That's it. So always use a prefix, right? TID, T name. Then it will be helpful. If you are writing student, then yes ID, yes name, right? That's the prefix. And there are n number of data types. If you want to store date, use date. You want to store paragraph, use text. You want to store only name, surname, city name, vehicle name, use varchar, and for number, use integer. That's it. Let us use varchar, and you can mention its size. So 50 alphabet, let's write a 50. Teacher ID can be 5 digit, so you can directly write a 5 digit. That's it. Okay. And keep all the option as a default. Don't click on collation, attribute. Just click on index, set it as a primary key because I want unique ID. Set primary, click OK, click on auto increment, checkbox, mark this box as a checked and save. That's it. And it will create table. We have two tables. One is a TID, another one that is the T name. Okay. This is how we have created table. If you want to insert data into table T name, you can click on insert, right? Or you can click on SQL also. It's very easy. For example, in insert, it is auto increment, so don't enter anything. It will automatically update. Write down teacher name, for example, Sunday. Okay, and then click on go. It's very easy, right? It will show one row has been inserted, and it will create SQL query. So there is no need to learn SQL, but you should have a little idea of what it does. You should have a little idea what is SQL query and uh, what is uh, database, right? And how to handle database and how to perform database operations. If you don't know, you can use this option and you can design your own query that is known as a schema writing. You want to update any record, right? For example, let us click on browse. I want to change the name of the teacher. Just click on edit and you can write anything or even switching and click on go button. Again, it will create query for you, right? Okay. Isn't it? I hope you got an idea how to create database and how to write query. If you have any question, you can ask me. Good. What about remaining students? Then let us open our VS Code or Notepad plus plus and let us write a code in a PHP. Okay. This is a starting point of the PHP and this is the end point of the PHP. Okay. As I told you, what we required three variables. So, if you click on a server section and you will get option that is the user account. Okay. And by default, root is there, right? By default, root is there. If you want to create your own account, you can click on add user account and write your name. For example, Sandeep, right? Select local host, local, and write down your password. For example, my password is simple, one, yeah, Sandeep, Sandeep, Sandeep 123. Same Sandeep, Sandeep, Sandeep 123. That's it. And create a database with same name, grant all the privilege, check all, and click on go button. So keep everything as a default. Just write your name, localhost, type your password here, your again matching password, check these two buttons and click on check all. Okay, and then click on go. It will create user account. By default, I have added uh, users in the database, right? I have admin user, I have root user. Okay, so I hope admin is there, है ना? Okay, all right. Hmm. You require username. What was username? Username, for example, it was admin, right? Admin dollar again password of the day of the table. It was admin at the rate 123. And then what was the name of the database? It was uh, data database equal to it was student db1, for example, semicolon, and host it was localhost. Okay, that's it. Let us write down. First function to connect with database, there is a function known as MySQL SQL I underscore connect. Okay, yes. And then you have to send these parameters. Hmm. You can send this parameter host, comma, username, and comma, password, comma, database. Okay, yeah, that's it. And you can check uh, it is connected or not. Just simply use if connection, if if it is true, then it will display message echo you are connection is okay. Else it will display echo there is error. And also only these three parameters. Then we will write a connectivity function. Let us save. Not sure about the password. Localhost day5u slash config dot php. Okay, yeah, I know that, it is showing the error in a password, line number 8. What was the password? Okay, just let me check. I have created demo for you. Let me add that demo and then we will, I will tell you, I will explain all the code, right? PHP demo. Mm, Fastest page in my school config. Okay, yes, I found student DB. So it is located in PHP MySQL folder. Hmm, okay. Password was admin, username was admin. Okay. Then same function, if you have to pass these three parameters, first three parameters, your localhost, your username, and password. Okay, and your database, and the last that is the database. MySQL connect will send this parameter to the to the database. If uh, not connection, it means false. It means it is false. Then it will display error, or else it will display it is connected successfully. Let me save PHP underscore MySQL. Let us test. Okay, PHP MySQL config.php. Now it is showing me database connected successfully. Right? Yes. Let me share this code in a chat section. Okay. Then I have code for the insert. है ना? Okay. Same thing. For example, what we have to create, we have to create one template. Okay. For a demonstration, I have created one HTML form for yesterday's example. One is username, right? Another is a password. Email ID is also added, and password, and you have to submit. First, let me explain this code to you. As I demonstrated in a previous session, just copy and paste code uh, from the Bootstrap. Okay. Only additional thing is that I have added this one line here. What is the line? That is the insert dot view, and you have to use action uh, action attribute. Okay. What is this? Action is used to define PHP file name, file name, which will process further or or inputted, inputted data, data. Okay, inputted data. Another method is there. One is the get method, get, or another is the post method. Both are used to send data to the server. That's it. It's very easy. Okay. Yes. Rest of the code is copied from the Bootstrap. You have to make sure you are using name attribute. Okay. Name, one is the username, another is the email, third one is the password. These three are the PHP variables. Okay. When you send this data by using submit button, right? By using submit button, it will send to the insert.php file. Okay. Let us open insert.php file. What is there? One is the config file, which we have created recently. It includes your ID, password, and your database name, right? So database name is the student DB, which is recently created in the PHP MyAdmin, PHP MyAdmin. Okay, this one, or maybe is it having certain error, right? And we have similarly we have one table, student DB and student DB one, both are similar. Okay, then what is there in the insert.php? If you are using get method, right? Get method, you have to write get method like this, right? So it will get inputted value and assign to the name variable. Same for remaining, same for email, same for password. This function is there, dollar underscore get. If you are using post, dollar underscore post. That's it. And you have to write the what you have to write? You have to write name of the variable which you have specified in the name attribute. Maybe it was username, right? Which we have defined here. Yes, here, username that you have to write. Next, same for email, same for password. Okay, yeah, I hope you got little idea. Let me delete this. Okay, then next one to write insert query. As I already told you, you have to click on SQL and sorry, you have to click on structure, open the table and click on SQL option, right? And right, just hit the insert button. It will create query for you. Let's copy this query and paste into the PHP script. The same thing. We are writing SQL and semicolon. Let's paste here. Okay. Yeah. Then let me add comment. Okay. Yes, ID is there. Yes, ID is auto incremented. That's why I am writing null here. I don't want to send ID. student name, student name, which is already stored in this variable. So I'm adding this variable instead of this value too. It has, it is mandatory. Then I have another option that is the email. Email will be in the in this folder. Email. Then I have another variable that is the password variable. Let us copy this password and add here. This is how you have prepared insert query. Okay. Then there is a function which pass SQL query as well as your connection object, connection variable, which is which is available here in the config. Look at this con variable, CONN. Okay. What we required? We required server and server access and yes and if you receive the server access, then post or then submit the SQL query. That's it. For that, write down MySQL I is the substitute. It shows the improved version of the function MySQL I underscore query, name of the connection object, SQL query, and send. And it will return certain value that will be stored in a query variable. Okay. Yes. Again, check the query variable by using if else. If not query, it means it is false. True and false is there. It will display some error. Otherwise, it will display message data is inserted and an end of the PHP file. That's it. So what you have to do? You have to run the program. Any query, any question? If you have any question in the code, please let me know. I will share the entire code to you. Yeah. So let us run our PHP file index.php admin@yahoo.com. So for a username, I will write a Sandeep. Email ID will be Sandeep @gmail.com. Password will be Sandeep123 and click on submit button. So what happens when you click on submit button? It will directly send data to the insert.php and you can see this parameter. Password is visible, email is also visible, and username is also visible because we are using get method and it is showing me message database inserted successfully, database connected successfully, and data is inserted. Okay, yes, this is how we have inserted data, isn't it? समझ में आया या नहीं? Okay, good. Yes. Right. If you have any query or any question regarding Pranjali, you have question for me? This is what my. All right.
No, sir.
Okay, great. If you have any question, please let me know. Yeah.
Sir, at the end, can you repeat once again?
Which
Shortly,
one?
summary. The connection.
Okay, okay. Yeah, let me tell you. What we have done so far. We have created one file that is the index.php. Yesterday, I told you In a day three or day two and day three, I told you how to create a form by using Bootstrap. Okay. If you want to create login or logout, just go to Bootstrap and copy the code. Don't do anything. Everything is available here. Click on documentation, find a form, and you can create anything, right? I hope you got an idea. Where is the form option? Yes, form, overview, right? And copy this code, email ID and password. You just read it, copy and paste. Only thing is that you will find only form is written. Okay, it is the blank uh, form, right? I have added what I have added one thing in the form. I have added name of the file. So where I want to send the data, you can see here. Action, name of the file, that is the insert.php. It means I am sending data to the insert.php. And method, I am using get method. Okay. So when you enter the data in this form, this data will send to the insert file, insert.php. Okay. In the insert.php, I am doing little bit, I'm using the trick. So I have created config file, which I already told you. In the config file, you are writing fundamental thing. When you purchase hosting, you just write the name of the server or IP address. Okay, that's why I have created variable host DB user. It is the database username. When you purchase hosting, the hosting person will provide you all this detail. Okay, you have to copy and paste into your file, and you have to create database, that is the student DB, and there is a function MySQL I connect. So all these variables we need to pass to the function MySQL I connect, and in a return it will return true and false. So this is my habit. I used to write false first and then true. Okay, or you don't want to do that, you can just write uh, true. Just change the statements. You can do as you like. If it is connected, it will display uh, database connected successfully. Otherwise, it will display there is some error. That's it. Okay. You can create a separate file or you can paste here. Both are same. Both are same. But it will increase my lines. Okay. And I want to use database connection in every file. That's why I have created file. And I have added by using include once, right? The name of the file is here, and all are included into the same folder. And in the index.php, I'm using three variables, right? So I want to store three variables. One is a password, another is the email, and first one that is the username. And this can be sent by using get method. In an insert, there are three variables. One variable will store name, username, email, and password, right? So how to get data? Just write down dollar sign underscore get method, right? And in the square bracket, add single quote and write down name of the variable. It is username, or you are using CT, write down CT. You are sending address, write down address. That's it. Okay. Yeah. Then let us write a SQL query, insert, and this query is generated by the local host. You want to insert data, click on insert. You want to update, click on update. You want to delete, click on delete. It will automatically generate query for you. So I have created insert query. I copied and pasted here. Yeah. And at the last, just pass these three variable. I want to insert email, I want to insert name. I want to insert password right here. That's it. Okay. Why it is null? Because it is auto increment. I have set it as a auto increment. So there is no need to write ID. It will automatically generate. Okay. Yes. Then there is a function MySQL query. I have to send SQL query with database connection, which includes into the config file, right? Okay. Then if query is working properly, it will display data is inserted. If not, it will display there is error. Okay. Yeah. So let us run again. So username is Ria. Email is Ria at the rate gmail.com. Password is Ria123. Click on submit button and it will display message. One is from config file, your database connected successfully, and one is from insert.php, right? And this data it is inserted into the database. Student DB, and then click on info table. You will find Ria last record has been inserted at 7 number. That's why it is null. 7, 10, 8, 9, 10. List goes on and on. I hope Pranjali you understood.
Yes, sir. Yes. Thank you.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Similarly, what you have to do, you have to copy and paste this code again and again in the remaining file. Okay. That's it. And you have to change this query. That's it. Only one statement you have to change. Everything will be same. Okay. Same for you want to update the data. You will get query, right? And you can update it, right? And you want to delete the record, then this query is available. This query is available in the uh, in the SQL data. Click on delete. It will create a record number. For example, I want to delete the record number 7. Okay. Yes. Let us delete the record. And what was the seventh record? Let me show you. Uh, cancel, browse. Seventh was a Ria, right? I want to delete this record. Okay, delete.php, delete from info table where info dot student name is Ria, right? And rest of the code is same. Okay, let us save and run PHP MySQL, delete.php, delete.php, and let's hit enter key. It will display the message data is deleted. Okay, now click on this option, refresh again. Now seventh record has been deleted. It is so much easy. You want to change the name of sixth record, then what you have to do? Same code. You need to copy same code and paste it here. I will share this entire source code with you. Don't worry. And what is the name of the user? That is the Sandeep. And I want to change its password. Okay. What is the password? Password Sandeep123. Okay. And I want to set a new password that is Sandeep hash 1001. I want to change the password of the username Sandeep. Again, create a query. Go to SQL, click on update and copy. What you have to check, update name of the table and set, right? Student ID is something I don't want to change the student ID. So let us delete up to comma. I don't want to change name, delete up to comma. And then I want to change, I don't want to change email also. Let us delete this. I want to change password. So keep password and what is the latest value? Just modify the that option $new pass. Okay, that's a variable name. Where कौन सा change होना है कौन सा change करना है where the name is Sandeep. Then write down same thing. Okay, write down info is the name of the table, right? And dot name is the info table in a single quote. Okay, dot again student name matlab yes name is equals to name, that means Sandeep. You can write down variable name or you can write down name directly here. It is your choice. So it is very easy for me. I have to declare two variable. Okay, so later I can change. We have created this query and this query is added into double quote. Okay, let us create one more variable, that is SQL, and your query is here. Okay, again same code. SQL query, that will fire the query and check it is working or not. It's not a new thing. Okay, let us save and open the update. Write down update.php. Now it is showing me message data is updated. Go to your local host, click on structure, right? This is our info table. Click on browse. You will find password has changed, right? Old password was Sandeep123. Now it is Sandeep hash 1001. Understood, guys? Perfect. So we will stop here. I will, and one more query is there. I will take hardly 2 minutes, not more than that. Uh, one query that is the select query, right? Yeah. Select query is also simple. Include your file, write down query, select star from info. It will display all the records, records. Same function, MySQL query. Okay, now you have to use while loop, for loop, do while loop, whatever loop you want to use. And that record comes in an array. So there is function in a PHP MySQL fetch array that will fetch the record in the array format and that will be stored into data variable, like you already learned in a various programming language, the concept of array. Unfortunately, uh, we haven't covered array in the session due to the time limitation. This PHP subject is the one semester subject, and I'm teaching you in just 2 hours. So I have trimmed so many concepts, right? But you really want to learn PHP, it required 1 month at least 1 month. Okay, data is your array ID. Just write down name of the variable that you used to write in a C language, name of the variable, or in the Python also. Write down its parameter, ID, name, email, password. and you are using echo function to print the records. Okay, let us save and let us write select select.php and it will display me all the records. And last record was Sandeep. I hope you understood the database connectivity. Now question please. Then we will stop our session. You can download the source code from the description. From the description, the code is available. Code and as well as notes. Yes, you want to ask me? All right. अच्छा database connectivity सबको समझ में आया? If you understood, just give me that sign. Perfect. I will make detailed videos of PHP. The probably 20 plus video will be there. Hmm. And first, I will create videos for Java because I have received so many requests for the Java. I will not take online workshop. Instead of that, I will record in my little studio and I will upload uh, on my channel. Okay. All right. Shall we start?